What up, what up, what up? It's your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. That's right, y'all. It's your boy, the Options Boss, sliding up on y'all. Hope all is good. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend, and I hope you guys are ready to study so we can be prepared to make some money this next coming week in the market. Now, with that being said, guys, I'm going to talk to you guys about how the market finished this past week, should I say, and what we could be looking at the week to come. So, with that being said, you already know how it go. Veterans of the channel, go down below, like the video, definitely drop a comment. Every time you do, your support helps my channel grow, and for that, I appreciate you guys so much. Also, watch this video from beginning to end. When you watch this video from beginning to end, you're going to make money throughout the entire process, and the YouTube algorithm is going to love me. So for that, I love you. And if you're new to the channel, if you're interested in the stock market, if you're interested in trading options, I'm your boy. I'm the Options Boss. I'm going to give you the game from A to Z and let you know how the thing go. What you need to do is you need to go down below, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and click all notifications. And when I drop these Get Money Jewels, YouTube is going to make sure you get it first things first, right off the press, so you can put these game plans and strategies right into play the very next day, as soon as the market opens. Now, guys, it was a crazy finish to the week. So, last video I dropped, I did give you guys a few plays that could make us some money if they hit certain levels. And I mentioned that I didn't think that we was going to make much of a play to the upside here. And sure enough, what happened? You guessed it, we made a play to the upside. And it was a big play. It was a big move. And on that big move, I was fortunate enough that the options group chat, a couple people in tier 3, we was able to capitalize off that. I'm really selective about calls right here because I still believe overall that the market is bearish. But, however, on the upswing, on a big upswing, I didn't want to miss that money opportunity. So we jumped in and we made a couple dollars off of calls. Shout out to the spot call that we had in tier 3. And shout out to the spot call that we had in the options group chat that made some money as well. We also had a few other plays in the paid options group chat that made money. And if you didn't make money Friday, you definitely need to be down below in those comments asking me, boss, how can I join the paid options group chat? How can I join tier 3 on YouTube? And this way you can make money and you can learn and get the inside connect where you're directly right next to me. And you can see how I'm thinking the game and how I'm seeing the game as it's unfolding right before our eyes. Shout out to one of my group members this past weekend, my guy Josh. He hit me up and he mentioned that he noticed how I was moving this past weekend, and it was a good learning experience for him. And that's what it's all about. Obviously, we want to make money, but I want to help you guys learn too. So I was happy that my guy Josh, that's in the options group chat, hit me up and mentioned that he was learning how I was moving, because there is a way that you have to move with this market being as topsy-turvy as it is. Like, you know, it's not real consistently green. It is pretty consistently red, but even on the red, it's choppy as heck. So we'll have some puts, and you'll fall down on the put, and you'll want to sell it thinking you're preserving profit. But that thing, the market will dump right back to you on the choppiness, and you wind up getting a big win off of that play that you would have cut had it not been as choppy as it is right now. So I was glad that Josh picked that up and he saw that, and hopefully he can keep that as a part of his memory database and make himself a better trader going forward. That's what it's all about in the options group chat. And I believe he actually just joined tier 3 too. So double shout out to the homie, because now he in tier 3 and in my options group chat. That said though, guys, I'm going to show you guys some key levels on the big 4 indices, on SPY, QQQ, DIA, and IWM. I'm going to show you guys the levels we're currently at, and I'm going to show you guys what we could be looking for next week, when to get aggressive, when to, you know, not be so aggressive, and when to kind of just, you know, try to watch and have an understanding of where things could be going. So, as always with me, guys, you know how I do. I pull up the charts. I show you guys on the charts what I see, and I show you guys what I'm thinking. So this way, if it happens to unfold in the way that I said it would, you will see that why it went that way based off of the chart, not just, you know, me feeding you whatever I'm feeding you. And if it doesn't go that way, you know, we'll know, hey, we did our due diligence here, but it just didn't work out that way this time, because that is a thing that does happen. If it always go the way that the chart tell you, then everybody would be rich. Sometimes the chart is going to tell you one thing, and then it'll be a pump fake. So pump fakes happen. But that being the case, though, guys, we're going to jump into the big 4. And we're going to jump into those big four indices now. All right, guys. So over here, the first ticker we are at is SPY. SPY. So we're on that chart and we're going to scroll all the way over here to where we are currently. So what you saw last week, if you see my mouse, you see the red candle, the red candle, the red candle, and then we had the green, which looks like it might signify a near-term, a short-term bottom at the very least. And then you had the green on a pushback up. So this last green candle right here opened at 396.73. It got as high as 403.18. It got as low as 395.61, and it closed at 401.72. So it closed towards the top right there, guys, but not at the very top. So now what I'm looking for is I'm looking for this thing to continue pushing forward. Now, this level right here, I guess if you can see this on the screen, this 403 level will put us, 403.50 level, will put us very close to this candle, which I believe was Thursday, the high of this Thursday candle. So that Thursday candle, the high of that was 404.04. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for SPY to go up over there, up over that 404.04 area, and we are definitely reversing, and that is a good sign. And when I say definitely reversing, I mean at least in the short term. I don't want to say long term, but we're definitely reversing in the short term if we pass that 404. So over that, I look for us to be bullish, and I look for us to test this 406.50 area. That would be from the two candles prior. Above that, then that's when you start getting interesting. 410 is always a psych number, so you always got to keep your eyes on 410. But above that 406 number and above that 410 number, you can take this thing up to around 414, which is a nice move. So that could be some room. Not sure if that's going to happen, but definitely if we're looking for a reversal, you want to see this thing over 404 at the very least. Under 404, you got to be very conservative right here. Don't jump into a bunch of calls because this thing could reverse and go back down. And when I say reverse and go back down, what I mean is if we lose that 395.61, don't be surprised if we retest the lows of a few days ago, of Thursday, I believe. Don't be surprised if we retest those lows. So keep your eyes on that. In this setup also, with the red candle right here, and then you got the green candle with a whole lot of wick, and then you got another green candle on the opposite side. It's very similar to a morning star. Not going to say it's a morning star because it's technically not, but it's very similar to that. And a morning star is a good setup to see if you want to see bullish action. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on that because it could mean good things for SPY. This market has been so beyond choppy that it's hard to say for certain, but it definitely could be a nice little turn of events on us in the short term. So let's check that out. Now also, guys, I want to show you QQQ. If I can get over here, boom, QQQ, pull that up. This is the chart for QQQ, guys. This is another one of the big four indices. And when you look at QQQ, you'll see the chart is very similar to SPY, where you got that red, that green with a whole lot of wick, and then the green right there to finish it off. And again, very similar to a morning star. Not going to say it is a morning star, but very similar. So what I'm looking at on this one, I'm looking at the high. I'm looking at the open. The open of that last candle, 295.75. The high is 303 even. The low is 294.08 and closed at 301.94. So we closed towards the top. Very strong day for QQQ to try to set up that quasi, I'll call, morning star reversal. So what I'm looking for here is I'm looking at this Thursday candle, and I see the high of that Thursday candle was 304.09. So again, if QQQ goes past, and that's not Thursday, I'm sorry, that's Wednesday, I believe. But if QQQ goes above that 304.09, then again, you got room to the upside. You can look at this thing. You could probably go to around 306.50. Is some near-term resistance, but not a lot right there. So really, if you get past that 304.09 area, again, you worry about 310 because that 10 is a psych number. But it's no real resistance here that won't stop you from testing out 320 if you so chose. So that could be a move. Not saying it's definitely going to happen that way, but could be. However, same as SPY. If this candle lost that 294 area, don't be surprised if we retest those Thursday lows. So that's what you got to look for on SPY and QQQ. Now, DIA's setup is very similar. Not quite as strong as the other two. This is DIA, also known as the Dow Jones, the Dow. And if you look at this setup, again, very similar. First of all, I scrolled over when I wasn't supposed to. So let's get that back. There we go. Now, you got the red, you got the green with all the wick, and then you got this green candle right here. And this green candle right here is further off the highs than the previous two of SPY and QQQ, which is why I said it's not quite as strong, but we'll check it out anyway. And the high, the open of that candle was 320.33. They got as high as 323.03, got as low as 318.85, and it closed at 322.23. So it did close towards the top. However, to get to that Wednesday candle, the high of that candle is 326.07. So it definitely got a ways to go to get to that area, but it is a doable thing. If we get to that area, then we could see DIA reverse and DIA stocks reverse. Otherwise, be careful with calls. Don't be overly aggressive and look for the reversal. Look for this to possibly be a reversal. This could reverse. And if it does reverses, you want to look lower than 318.85. Lower than that, maybe puts is what you're going to do here. And that is the top three. I also want to show you guys IWM. IWM is the last of the big four. So guys, pulling up IWM, ticker symbol right there. You'll check out this chart, and very similar to the other three. But in this case, this one is a little bit stronger. So when I get onto the screen, you'll see that red, green, green. And this green right here actually gaps up over that last red candle, which is a nice one. So this candle right here, guys, opens at 175.01. Got as high as 179.41. Was as low as 175.01. So it never went lower than the open. And it closed at 178.07. So it closed towards the top. Good sign for IWM. Now, if you look at that candle from 2 days ago, 2 days ago from the close of that candle, should I say, that candle got as high as 178.19. And like I said, we closed at 178.07. So basically, we're right there at this 180 area. I'll be waiting for that 180 area just because we're right there and it's a psych number. And once we pass that 180 area, you got a little resistance around this 185.50 area. But other than that, you got room to gap up to 190. So IWM and small cap could have a good week this week. Is set up to possibly have that. Now, that said, if we were to lose that 175.01, this thing could be a reversal and it could be back to the downside. But we're hoping that it doesn't do that because just the market is fun for everybody when the market is bullish. So that's going to be how that setup is. But you definitely want to check these four out. These are my big four. I always talk about SPY, QQQ, DIA, and IWM. You check these out every day. You understand where the levels are. And this will tell you when you could be aggressive and when you should not be aggressive. You don't want to be caught playing in between levels because that's a dangerous area of reversal. So watch this video. Use these numbers. Watch these four stocks as you're trading this week. And watch how it helps you going forward. So, that being said, guys, I hope you learned something. That's what I'm always here for. Don't forget, guys, you can always be a boss with the options boss. You already know I'm a holler when I holler.